And eventually, when we talked a lot, and he told me about this whole new word that he knew. It was the collectible word,
Mhm.
and basically it was like, dude, just do something and start showing it around, and get better at it, and then you can apply for to companies or whatever, or they will call you.
It's the Stylus League. Mike and B pitching the pen, making pictures ascend to the highest ring. The league. Raul running the scheme. Tune into the program and why receive. Yeah, we dropping these seeds. Art over everything. Drive the dream.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another Stylus League interview. Today, Bradley and I are very fortunate because we are joined by Franco Carlesimo, an amazing artist. And let's just get right into it. I'm going to bring Bradley and Franco in. Hey, fellas.
Hey, Franco.
Hi.
It feels
What's up,
like
everybody?
we've been trying to connect with you since 2023, October, and it's nice to have you with us in your dark and glooming room with so many amazing statues.
With that, dude, the lighting on that Venom alone is worth the price of admission. That looks dope.
Like,
dope.
he makes your room look like a poor room.
I know. Yeah, no. If you
It's
can
all
you
about the black
pan,
light, man.
dude,
Just
pan over to the boxes because that's the thing. Like Bradley and I thought this was dope, but show the cash. It's
all
like
about
Indiana
the
Jones in here.
Framing. It's all about the framing, because you go there and it's like,
Look at this. That's not even out of the box, player. That's all just statues that haven't found a home yet.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you know you're putting in that much work, Franco. You're putting in that much work.
Killing
a
it.
lot of work. Yeah,
Nice.
I try to do as many as I can.
That's awesome. Cool, man. Well, Bradley?
So I personally, outside of being extremely scared of your work, both talent wise and life wise, because you create some very scary stuff. Because I love and hate your work, because I love your superheroes. I'm scared to death of your demons.
Nice. Yeah, that's perfect for me.
So I'm kind of scared to ask this question.
Don't be scared.
Because I'm scared.
No,
Where did it all start for you in your art journey? And don't tell me from hell.
Well, I met this dude, yeah, with some horns there, and I signed a paper, stuff like that. No, I mean, it's been forever. Like, to be honest, it's like since I got memory, let's say. I've been drawing all my life. Not only drawing and then sculpting stuff, playing with clay and shit like that. But the fact that I like critters and demons, let's say, or just like fantastic creatures, things that don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly where it comes from, but I know that it's a feeling that I have had from like ever. Like the fact that in art you can create things that don't exist. That's it's the most appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not to make something hyper realistic or to make a person like spot on right to the anatomy, stuff like that. That's like not interesting to me, to be honest. It's the fact that you can create something that is not here, it's not there. It just came out from your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, for me, is the most appealing about doing art. In regards of why they are demons and creatures from hell and shit like that, it's just they always look cooler to me. But they have so much more detail, and for me, they have so much beauty. And obviously, I think one of the ones that, how do you say, brand me, let's say, shocked me the most when I was a kid, but not in a bad sense, in a good sense. It was Alien and Predator.
Yeah.
Those two guys were like insane.
Yeah.
And they really had an effect on my mind, for sure.
So Aliens versus Predators, your favorite movie of all time. Cool.
I fucking hate that shit. And you know it. That's not a good. But I agree that I have seen them many times, for sure. Yeah, just because of the design of the aliens and the Predators. But I think those were the ones that really struck me. But if we go back a little bit, let's talk about the Bible. for example. Okay, because
going,
this is
going
the
way
thing.
back. Going way back.
Oh yeah, way back. The thing is that I am not religious. I don't believe in anything. But I was, I grew up in a religious household.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was, and is, because she's still alive, a religious person in many senses, and she used to have this huge Bible with all the stories, and there were paintings in the Bibles.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one painting it was like a demon that was half I don't know if it was a panther or something. No, not a panther. Sorry, like a cougar,
Okay.
or a lion, stuff like that,
Mhm.
with wings and shit like that. And that was much more interesting to me than all the other paintings on the Bible. Like this critter, this huge critter, was a lot more like beautiful to me than any of the angels and shit like that. So it's like way back, and when you hear stories and things like that, usually like the bad guys are always more interesting in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
in the way they are described or they are depicted. Like I don't know if you know this guy Gustav Dorn. It's a illustrator from the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
He
Okay.
used to do a lot of illustration from the Bible, and he depicted like the nine circles of hell. Well, he depicted hell,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
stuff like Dante's, and it's just beautiful, and I kind of love it. So I don't know what it is that draws me to those kind of images, but it's just what it is.
It's
Awesome.
interesting because I've seen people who are really good creature sculptors and painters and stuff like that, designers, and they're great at it. But I've never really seen people who do that, but then also do really great superheroes. So the fact that you're interested in both is interesting. Like I mean, we're talking about you being able to create, characters that don't really exist and put your spin on them and make them look the way you want them to. And then going to like these classical big beefy dudes and really nailing that, and the dynamism that it takes to make the pose interesting, and the costumes and all that stuff. So tell me about how you kind of have a love for that and manage to make a career off of both things,
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's another thing. I love superheroes. Like I used to read comics all the time when I was a kid.
Mhm.
I didn't have a let's say, my upbringing was kind of complicated, let's say, and so superheroes, comic books, stuff like that were a nice escape for me. And I always liked the stories of heroism, like what the good guy will do and stuff like that. So it's not that it was really hard for me to go from doing critters or stuff like that to doing superheroes, because it's something that I also love, but it's in a different way. Like I can do the superheroes all day long, no problem with that, but I always feel like I'm playing with someone else's toys.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, is I'm playing with Nightcrawler, but I didn't create a Nightcrawler, so I can play with it and I make it as cool as I can with my interpretation, but it's not my own. It will never be my own.
Right.
So that is one thing that really sets them apart from the creatures that I create.
Do you have like a traditional, like, did you go to the college for art? Like what was your first job that you were working at that like led you to, I want to be more creative than doing this?
I'm looking for something. Yeah, my college education, let's say, was on illustration.
Okay, illustration.
So more with the mic stuff, but I was never really that good at it, and I didn't learn that much in the school. To be honest, it was most of what I learned. It was basically not self-taught, but from tutorials from YouTube. Like really grinding it. If there was something that I wanted to learn and maybe the teacher knew about it, like ask them many questions, stuff like that, and not just taking what they were teaching and that was it. But my first like professional job was doing the base color for children's book.
Oh wow.
You know, someone did the illustrations, then send the file to me. I will do all the base color of the characters, of the environment, stuff like that, and then send the file back, and then we'll paint over and finish the painting. And that was because I took a course on Photoshop way back when I was 19, something like that.
Okay.
And this guy that I was paying him, to teach me, end up at the mark of like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, he got a big job, and he needed an assistant, so he hired me to help him. So so I kind of learned during the
job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was cool. So that was my first, like, let's say, professional work, in the sense of being paid for doing something related to art. And then it's just like spawned from there. It's like I never stop. Like, I study animation as well by myself, After Effects, Photoshop, stuff like that. And it was just like making shit all the time. And when we were, I don't know, around 20 something, I connected with a friend that I met on the faculty. That was the cool thing about going to college. Let's say it's just like you meet, mind-like people. So that's fun. Well, today is not the same because you have social media and it's easier, to connect like we're doing right now.
Sure.
But back then, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So that was really cool, and we connected with Damian, a friend of mine, and we were doing a lot of animation and stuff like that. And
was this 2D animation or 3D animation?
It was 2D animation, exactly.
Oh,
Mostly
wow.
motion 2D animation. And after a while, I wanted to like commit and learn 3D. I was trying to learn it when I was a little bit younger, but it was too complicated. It was just too technical stuff.
You didn't like box modeling? You didn't like creating a face with box?
No, but it was no. I know how to do that because you still have to do it even today. But it was a little bit more complicated than that. It was nerve stuff. It was just too much.
Yeah, it's more technical.
Yeah, a lot more technical. So eventually, I end up being introduced to ZBrush by a friend, and that blew my mind. It was 3.1, I think.
Oh wow!
And that was like, okay, this is it. Like, this is it. I want to learn this shit right now.
Yeah.
And I was in Miami at the time, visiting my sister. So you have like this, as a tourist, you have 3 months visa. So I was spending a lot of time there, just like doing nothing, because my sister was at work and I was like having a lot of free time. So when this guy introduced me to the ZBrush, I just like went nuts and like looked for every tutorial that I could. And I didn't have even a pen. Like, the first things that I did were with the mouse.
Oh wow!
But but I mean, it's bullshit. But it's like trying to understand the software.
Right.
Yep.
So that was like the beginning of the 3D. And after figuring that out, I was like, okay, I want to do models, but I want them to come alive, So I need to learn what are the steps from making this model to something that gets animated.
Sure.
So again, the same thing. If you want to do so, just go and try and do it. That's my philosophy. Let's say, just go for it.
Do you remember what year it was when you first started playing with ZBrush?
Dude, I have something that is called a blogspot. I don't know if you are that old. I mean, Mike, I know you are that old because we talked about this last time.
Wait a second. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
A little bit gray show in there, but Bradley is a little bit younger.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but
I consider you guys the OGs. Anyone who can remember, whoever was involved with ZBrush pre-R releases, you guys are the OGs. All right, you the Godfathers.
Okay. That's a good way of saying we are older. Yeah, that's fine. I like that.
The Godfathers.
I have a blog spot that I can show you that is going to be
cool.
Kind of weird.
If you go in, you can do share.
No, yeah, I can share it. Yeah, I know. Okay. This one, let's see. See, for example, these are some of the illustrations I was telling you about.
Okay.
Really old stuff. We're talking about, trying to learning to animate stuff. Okay. This is done, for example, all by. This is going to look really bad, but this is done frame by frame in Photoshop, for example.
Wow.
done with Movie Maker. You know, when you
Wow.
don't even know what
2006.
software are. Every frame is painted with Photoshop.
Sheesh. I didn't even know you could do that.
No, you can't. I mean, you shouldn't.
Don't do this at home, kids.
No, don't do it. Yeah, it's not smart.
Like these young kids are using Procreate, but
Right, exactly.
This was done. See, there you go, in 2006.
Wow.
That's the funny thing. That's why I hope Blogspot never dies, because this is like having a timeline of my youngest life.
Mhm.
You know, so it's fun. This is some characters that I did for a commercial, and then this is for, I don't know, the you know, things that I was doing while I was learning Photoshop. And look at this. I mean, there are no comments, there are no views. It was like we were doing this and just dropping in there, and nobody was watching this shit.
Right.
But we didn't care. Okay, that's
the golden age. We call that the golden age.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah. Sorry for the nipples. We didn't care. That's the thing. We were doing it because we were passionate about it, and we weren't like trying to get likes and shit like that. This is like my final work for the. It's really bad. Obviously, it was done when I was like 18, but this was the first thing that I can say I sculpted in 3D in a long time. This was like the final job, you know, for the presentation to finish the school.
So wait, is that
rendered?
actual clay, or is that
clay?
Yeah, that's clay. That's clay. It's not fully clay. It's the one that you use as a plumber. You know,
super
that gets harder.
sculpting? Sculpting?
No, not even. It gets harder.
Oh, like
Yes,
monster clay, or
Yeah, but-
Siobhan, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But
Okay.
this is
Man,
tarot
humble
cards.
beginnings. Humble beginnings.
Yeah, exactly. man,
You know what? This is perfect, man, because people see the monster that you are today. This is how it starts, guys. This is
Yeah,
you don't just wake up
See?
amazing. You got to work hard at it.
dude, you have to grind. Yeah.
That's right.
See, this is around. There we go. 2007. That's
Wow,
when I
okay.
started with ZBrush.
Okay.
See, 2007.
Nice. Well, listen, your first Hulk looks a hell of a lot better than my first Hulk. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but you see the trend, right? The passage to being a 3D artist is making a Hulk.
That's right.
Oh, always. See,
Yeah.
this is from this is an illustration, and I used to work as well doing visual in nightclubs.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
the on the visuals on the screens.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
Nice.
So I would work all the weekends and just, you know, show my animations on the screens.
That's dope. That's dope.
That looks like a scene from Blade 1.
I know, right? waiting for blood to come out of the ceiling.
Yeah, out of the ceiling.
Oh yeah, the vampires and everything.
Yeah.
But see, I would animate all this shit and just
Oh, wow.
you know, show it on the screens while the music was going.
That is awesome.
That's cool. Now, did you get paid for that? Because it looks like a whole lot
this
of.
is a job. No, it was a
Nice.
job. Yeah.
And how old were you?
Again, 20, 21, stuff like that.
Yeah, don't get me doing math.
No,
There's a reason,
sorry.
There's a reason why I do artwork. Get ad for shit.
Around this, I was probably a little bit older, like 23, 24, maybe something, stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
But like, and I'm looking at the
do it.
post, like, I'm looking at the years, I'm looking at the post, like the volume of work
Yeah.
that you were doing then is just like, it's insane. But like, it all added up.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you can see I was doing weird shit, just, you know, then.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go, Bradley. That's the beginning.
Wait,
I was-
maybe you're really behind Kojima and his designs, because
Mm.
Yeah, Kojima has
That's
some
awesome.
some weird stuff. But see, like
Nice. I
this is
see it. I see it.
all 2009. Like it's crazy to think that this is over 20 years now.
Sheesh. It's the best though, man. Going back and looking at your early stuff, and then kind of realizing where we are now, because you're never done getting better. So like we don't see it. It's almost like when you're working out or trying to lose weight or whatever. Like you don't see it, but everybody around you sees it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's gradual. It's like small steps.
You're right.
You know?
Exactly.
Awesome.
There we go.
Dope. Nice. All right.
But
So
well, I lost the thread. What was the what was the question?
You're fine. So I was gonna ask, like, so what was your first statue, like your first your first statue job, your first like hire to create a production product?
My first was okay. It was like that. It was like this. Sorry. I did 10 characters for a commercial that was for the Rio Olympics, and there were 10 players, of the different disciplines. And what happened was that these characters were going to be printed in quarter scale, and from that on, they were going to be, shot for the commercial. And when I saw them printed and being in physical form, it was like it opened my mind, in a sense that, okay, this is really cool, and the technology is there already. I would love to work on something that gets my digital art, let's say my digital files, to the real world. So that's why I got really like the bag of, the not the bag, the little thing that stings you.
Yeah.
Sorry, my pronunciation, but you get it.
No.
I really got the itch. Let's say I got the itch. I got the itch for doing something that ends up as a physical product.
Yeah.
So by that time, I was a friend with Danny, and he was starting to, tell me about this kind of stuff, because he was working recently with XM. Like he, really
Daniel Bell.
Danny Bell, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because not in that particular job, but I met him because we were doing jobs for commercials, and we were both the modelers, but I was doing the modeling from my house in Mar del Plata, and he was working from his house in Devoto in Buenos Aires. So I was kind of lonely in Mar del Plata because I didn't met any other people like that this stuff like what I used to do. So I started looking at the craze of the jobs that I was doing and figuring out, okay, this guy is doing modeling as well. I'm going to reach out, connect, to talk shop. And eventually, we talked a lot, and he told me about this whole new word that he knew. It was the collectible word. And basically, it was like, dude, just do something and start showing it around, and get better at it, and then you can apply to companies or whatever, or they will call you. So basically, start doing fine art, to practice. And then you get better, and you will see. So the first thing that I did was a Punisher, and I started doing the Punisher. And if you see my Instagram, is basically I started my Instagram when I started doing the statues. I don't know if it's way back, so it's like 7 years ago. I don't know. And that was the first thing that I did, that I got contacted by somebody that wanted to purchase the file.
Yeah.
And that was a mess. A lot of shit happened. It was crazy, but that was the first one.
Okay.
The second one was an Alien vs Predator.
Was that the Warzone version of Punisher?
It's the one that based a lot on the Ariel Olivetti style.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the comic.
Yeah.
But I have it.
He has his hair slicked back. Is it that?
Yeah.
Is that
exactly.
Yeah. I think it's Warzone. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you were in Argentina originally. I know you're in Italy now, right?
Barcelona, Spain.
Barcelona. Sorry, Barcelona. And so, but you and Danny were both in Argentina. How did you guys meet?
No, like I just told you, through just.
It was just through
him
the
we started talking. You go back, because we did a few jobs together, but without working together. There was this company, Plenty, or whatever, I don't remember the name, that they were doing commercials and they needed character modelers.
Gotcha.
So they would hire him, and then they would hire me.
Okay.
And we will do the characters without knowing each other.
Okay.
And then we will see the commercial all fully done together. And when I went to see the commercials, was okay, Franco Carlesimo to check the credits,
So they edited you guys in post together. They edited you in post together.
And Danny Bell, character modeler, as well. So it was cool, man. Yeah. And then that happened with 2 or 3 jobs. So I was like, dude, I have to meet this guy because we're working on the same shit together and we don't even know each other.
Yeah.
And that's how I contacted him, and we started talking and became friends in a sense.
So the Punisher was the first.
The Punisher for the first. The second one was Alien versus Predator.
Okay.
It's on the ArtStation. You can check that out.
Mm-hmm.
And the Punisher as well. You can check that out. And wait, I'm going to. You need to cut this part. But I have like something.
You're good. You're good.
No, I had that earlier.
There you go. So
Apples.
second one. Yeah. Oh, okay.
That means we cut.
That's fine. Yeah.
So the Alien versus Predator was the second one. Again, it was a shit show as well, but it was a really cool statue to do. Okay. And the third one was this guy, Nightcrawler.
I love that one. Yeah.
Thank you. And the way that I did that one, that's the thing. I came from working on commercials, right? Mm-hmm. When you work on commercials, you do a commercial, you deliver the files because you're working for a studio, and then they pay you maybe next month, maybe 3 months after that.
Yeah.
They will pay you, but it's not like you get paid and then you send the file. It works the other way around. Mm-hmm. So I was used to that, working like 10 years doing that. Mm-hmm. So when I did the Punisher, I did the same thing. But I was like, let's say the deal that I managed with the guy was, okay, you pay me this amount for the job, but then you pay me when you do the production. Mm-hmm. You pay me a percentage of the production.
Sure.
Right. The other one, the Predator versus Alien, was kind of very similar, was stuff like that. And the third one, the Nightcrawler, was okay. Let's try something different. No, you pay me in full, and then I send you the file.
Yeah.
And obviously, that's the best way to do it, guys. Because the file, So but you learn. It wasn't like these days. Like back then, there was nobody doing commissions or fan art. Let's say it wasn't like popularized. If there was something doing that, it was like really, really hush. You didn't know about it. So you have to wait for them to contact you, basically.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that easy.
Did you have to go through the whole getting into the underground commission like world to get noticed, or how did you make your way into that?
To be honest, it kind of like just happened, because I was obviously looking forward to it, like figuring out ways to find these guys and shit like that. And what I did was these two other guys, the first Punisher and the Alien vs Predator, they just DM me out of the blue because they saw my work. Mm-hmm. And this other guy, I contacted him because I knew from someone, I don't remember exactly who, and that they were doing commissions. So I was like contacting this guy, telling him like, I want to get into this world. This is my portfolio. I've been doing commercials, VFX stuff for years, but I would like to enter this market. Okay. And the guy was like, I don't know. I work with the best. You don't have the skills yet, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, that's fair. That's fine. Let me do something for you. Let's figure it out. I will charge you like, I don't know, 1K, I think at the point. Mm-hmm. But my intention is to charge you, let's say, I don't remember exactly, but let's say 4 or 5K eventually. Yeah. Uh-huh. But let's start with low. If you like it, no commitments. If you like it, you buy it. If you don't, I just have a piece for my portfolio. That's fine. But I want to do something that you want. And he was, sweet deal. Like, if I don't like it, I don't buy it. And you're going to do something that I want, perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he obviously liked it. And then we move on from there. And the wheels, are slow in the sense because once you do something, then it takes like a year or a year and a half, to get into the hands of the clients, stuff like that. So it was a slow process. During all that process, I was still doing small jobs, here and there for commercials, for stuff like that. And eventually, I was like picking which one I was doing and just smoothly transitioned to doing only statues.
Yeah.
And now I'm also working on movie stuff from time to time.
Oh, nice. Tell us about
it's
that.
Fun. It's different,
but
it's fun. And it's fun sometimes. Sometimes it's not, because it reminds me of the old times when I used to work, long nights just to get a day, to deliver a file and stuff like that. That's the thing that...
what's the can you go more deeper into the differences between the statue and the film?
Well, yeah, there's quite a few. It's not only the film; it's also video games and stuff like that. Whatever needs like a constant update and a constant feedback, and it has a set specifically delivered date.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different way of working when you are working on statues. You have more lead time when you're working on statues. You have more freedom. You can manage your time a little bit better, stuff like that. And the thing is that when you work with films, it's always like they need it for today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, you know what I mean. Or for commercials, it's even worse. It's like they need it for yesterday.
Yeah.
But for films, it's like every day you have to show them that you're working for something, doing something, because mostly they pay you for the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's scheduled like by hour or by day. Yeah, day rate. So it's like you have to justify what you're doing, like basically. So they want to know if they are paying you for this day, show me what you did this day.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So you all have to be, you know, every day like fully connected to and working. In the statues, I have a deadline, but that's it. It's not like every day you have to show me what you did to, that is progressing the project, because some days you're testing something and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work, and that's it. I mean, you're not going to do that. You're just going in a different route, and you don't have somebody breathing on your neck asking you every day. Show me. So basically, usually you show them updates once a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's good enough. If you're doing your good job, obviously. If you're fucking up every week, they're going to ask you for more updates.
Is your workflow different from either?
Yeah, definitely.
So, like, are you more like conscient? Like, are you working more in symmetry when you're working in films? Are you more conscious of budget counts and things like that? Like, is it dramatically from a workflow?
When you're working
difference?
on films, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if I am concepting a creature. It's just like concepting a creature. You can do it basically. Yeah, sometimes you do it in a T-pose, but then you show it in T-pose, but you deliver the final image in a pose, because it's more sellable to the client. Mm-hmm. It's easier for them to buy it if they see them in movement than they just see him like standing there, and that's it.
So it's like a maquette.
Yeah, you cannot do that. And for statues, the difference is, it's a different workflow, because usually you get the pose first.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times, like you have to nail, the original concept has to be all together, like the pose, the suit, what's going on in the scene, what's the basing, and so it's a different workflow for sure, and it's more relaxing, working in collectibles than working on films, because they need everything a little bit faster, and you have a lot of people like waiting on you. Yeah, sometimes, because after you deliver that concept, then they have to go, has to go to modeling, and then they have to do it's a longer pipeline, I think.
Yeah.
So did you are you getting all this stuff as a freelancer? Do you have I don't know, do you have like an agent you go through? How are you getting this work in different fields?
Man, I wish.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have an agent.
Hey,
chill, relax, just send me the good ones. If they pay less than this, don't even contact me. That was nice.
You'd be surprised. I've tried it both ways. I think you got the right setup as you have it right there, my friend.
Okay, you have to tell me the story then.
Yeah.
Maybe after this.
No, I've had a couple
pimps.
Agents.
Oh yeah, pimps basically. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good for me. No, thank you. This is the thing is that because everybody is a freelance now these days, okay?
Yeah.
I get that, and it's sweet. That's the thing. It's cool.
Sure.
It's a little bit more stressing for sure for some people, but that's the way I always had to do it, because again, in Mar del Plata, in my hometown,
mm-hmm.
there was no jobs doing this.
Sure.
So it was all in Buenos Aires, in capital. It's like over 400 kilometers from my home.
Okay.
So I was forced to become a freelancer. That's definitely that's the main reason why I started doing it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it works for me. Like I work at one studio. It's called Peppermelon, back in 2009, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really a really cool experience, because you learn a lot. You make friends, obviously, but you learn a lot from your peers,
Right.
and that was like the most fun. I learned about rigging, about animation, about composition, a lot of stuff, and the guys were great. But I had to go back to my hometown just because the city wasn't for us. We had our little girl, and it was complicated because we didn't have any family over there, so it was hard for us both to get full-time jobs,
Sure.
handling everything. So I spent a year over there. It was really cool year, but it was like, okay, my family's happiness is first, so I was going back home, and we'll see, we'll manage, we figure it out. And luckily I had a really good relationship with the studio where I was working, so they, as soon as I was back home and set up again, they started sending me freelance work. So that really helped. And then it was just a matter of like doing stuff and making connection, networking, you can say it, and you eventually you start getting noticed, and you start getting calls. And if you do a good job, you are responsible, you do a good job, but you are like, let's say, easy to deal with. I mean, you have a good relationship with your clients.
Sure.
They will call you back, that's for sure. At least what happened to me. Okay, we're talking about
they'll call you back.
Ago.
They'll call you back. You can't speak for the other jerks, but they'll call you back.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
no, but that's the thing. It's important to have, because if you're really good but you're always complaining about stuff on the work, or you're just always, everything they ask you a little bit extra, maybe you're always asking for, okay, yeah, that would be $500 more, and if you always do that, then they are maybe not going to call you back.
Right.
So it's a balance. It's figuring out, learning to know your client, and learning to know which ones you can poke for more money, let's say, and which ones is better to have your paycheck and do a little bit extra just because they are going to be a steady client and coming back to you a lot. But it's experience. This is it.
The freelance thing, like I can definitely relate to that. I've been doing it since 2003. Do you run into the same problems as almost all the freelancers I know, which is like the whole feast and famine thing as far as work is concerned, or do you have a pretty steady flow as far as your work is?
Oh no, I mean, during my whole life it's like that, basically. Not these past few years, but just like it's just different now. But there is no way I can guarantee that it's going to be like that forever. No way. So it's always it's mostly feast and famine. Have you said? Because sometimes you have a lot of work, and work tends to come all together. All the clients are contacting you at the same time, and you go like, "Where the fuck were you last month?
Right.
Like, what are you doing last month?" Yeah. So you kind of like get used to that, and then you learn how to save money. And the thing is that when you're not working, you're working the most.
Yeah.
Because you're working to get clients, or you're working on your personal stuff. Really easy to get attention from clients. So it's not an easy path for sure. I know the feeling, but it's just what the cards that I have been handled.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go and look for a steady job at a game company or something. I mean, here in Spain, and at least in Barcelona, there are many studios.
They are.
Yeah.
I think you said it in a way that is perfect too. I never heard anybody say that before, but when you're not working, you're working the most. Like it's true, man. Like you're trying to build the portfolio and budget and all this other stuff. So no, that's great, man.
Yeah, you try to figure out everything. I don't know. I kind of like it more to be. I mean, obviously, it comes the good with the bad. But I kind of like a lot more being a freelancer than just working at a company, doing 8-9 hours a day. And the safety is bullshit. There is no job.
No job is safe.
There is no job that is going to be, I'm doing this because I feel safer here. That's bullshit.
No.
Okay, so if you're going to, so that's in that sense, I rather have the handles of my own life than having someone just like being bought by somebody else and then decided to fire you just because the numbers don't add up.
Yeah, I would rather someone comes like, I'm working for this company because their stock is trading well. I'm like, that makes more sense. not because I'm safe. I'm like, I was like, their stock options are great, and I believe they're trading well, and I believe future dividends are going to have a higher return. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, yeah. If you give the stock when they fire you, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So because I believe that your type of artist is the it's going to be controversial, so it's going to get real controversial right now.
Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
I believe that your creativity, your flexibility, you can go between any lane. I believe you are feeding Skynet. I think.
Oh, dude, I'm giving her everything.
I think.
Right in the kush.
I think that on the side that you're contracted to help Midjourney.
Oh no.
Dolby. I believe that you are signing contracts and training.
You know
the
that
AI
I did
algorithm.
put my name there, and nothing came up. So I was like, okay, I'm not here. That's fine. That's good. Yes.
So how do you feel about the whole AI craze? That's not. I don't know if it's a craze anymore because I don't think it's going anywhere. But what are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on it is like, it is here. We have to deal with that.
Yeah.
This is what the thing. This is one thing. Okay, let's get controversial. We are the same humans, let's say, from the beginning of the ages until now. Like, we haven't evolved shit. Okay, our pinkies are a little bit smaller. That's it. You know, we are the same. We are here because of technology. You understand what it's like? Every advance in humanity, it is because of technology. So there is no way. This is like the progress. I know there is no way of stopping what's going on. I know that in the art community, it's going to be a huge change. I don't know what that change is going to look like. Eventually, there's no way of knowing, because there's a lot of people predicting one thing, and then they have the other side predicting a different thing. You never know. That's the original truth. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. So, to be honest, like, I don't really have a firm opinion on what's going to happen. So, I don't think it's worth our time to stress that much about it, because we don't know really what's going to happen. Same with, let's say, the people that were doing paintings, and then they have the camera, and it was like, okay, paintings are over. No, they're not over.
Right.
Okay, so let's say digital clay sculpting with digital sculpting. Oh, nobody's going to sculpt in clay anymore. No, the market changed, but there are a lot of people sculpting in clay, and there's a lot of new people sculpting digitally.
Right.
Animation, 2D animation and 3D animation. Oh, nobody's going to do 2D animation anymore. Okay, for a time it was like that, then it's coming back, and then doing a lot of 2D animation in the computers. Yeah, I think change, that's for sure. That's the only thing that is certain in life. Things are going to change, okay? And a lot of things move in around like 10, 12, 15-year cycles, So I don't have a specifically like.
So the thing,
advice to young artists or stuff like that. Like, what I would say is, like, if you want to learn something, just learn it and do it. But there is no way of predicting. That's the thing. But for example, this is one thing that it was really cool. Like, this past, let's say, 30 years, a lot of artists we got jobs, right? Most of the jobs that we have is because of the video game industry. So they weren't there 30 years ago. The term concept artist, it was born like 25 something years ago. And I remember when a lot of people were just doing illustrations, that's what I collect, like artists books. They were just doing illustrations, stuff like that. It wasn't even called like concept art. Like Carlos Juante. Carlos Juante it's a creature designer. Okay.
Yep.
And then you have people like Mache Cuchara, I think I'm pronouncing the name right, I'm not sure. He's a concept artist that worked a lot on, what's the name of this game? When The Last of Us.
Oh, Last of Us.
Yeah, and he started working a lot with photo bashing over there. And he got, a lot of bullshit for doing that, because, you're not a real artist, they are using this. okay, but the end product of this is just to get them quick because it's ideas. But we're producing ideas. That's the thing. Then you refine it. You spend hours you're refining the job. But now I need to get a few ideas visualized. So it needs to be fast.
Yep.
And he started doing that. And he got a lot of bullshit for that. And then everybody started doing the same. Because it was faster, more efficient. And the clients demanded that, basically.
I think we'll end up with this being a tool like everything else at some point. Right now, I think the reason why it's rubbing people the wrong way for the most part is that you can create something, one of your creature designs or something, and it's this thing that you put all this time and passion and everything into, and then you post it up for people to see it online, and someone can grab that image verbatim, copy it into their prompt and start to iterate off of the work that you've already done without your permission, right? So when I first started doing graphic design, I was on like this really old Mac, and I remember people saying, "Hey, I got a Mac. I'm a designer now. I got a Mac. I'm an artist now." And I used to think to myself, like, no, you're not. Just because you have a Mac doesn't make you a designer. But eventually more and more people started using computers to design, and it's a tool, and I've done it. So even though I started traditionally, I've landed now firmly in digital, and it's all good. But I'm not pulling other people's stuff, verbatim or whatever, and then claiming it as my own. So I think that's kind of where Bradley was going with that question.
I get that, but the thing is this. The way it was created is fucked up. But many things were created in a fucked up way, and
agreed. That's a really cool point.
That's true.
So that's the thing. And let's say, I think it's going to basically not fully replace illustrators and stuff like that, but it's changing the whole world in a sense. Just think about this. You have a, let's say, 10-year-old kid today, right? He's 10 years old, so he's not introduced to many things, and he's living in a world where if he types something that he's imagining in his imagination, and he gets an image out of that, that's amazing. Cool. Yeah, that's amazing. That's magic. Okay, that for that kid now that is the norm. You know what I'm saying? That's the norm. So from now on, when he's 20, he's not going to be appreciated of somebody making an illustration or stuff like that, because for him, I don't know if that is going to have value. Because for him, it's just I'm just typing something and then the image comes. Why are you spending all this time doing this? It doesn't make any sense. For them, that's what I'm thinking. That's the thing. I'm thinking that's why I'm saying it's going to change fully industry. I'm not saying it's going to make it disappear, but it's going to change. That's for sure. It's the same as people with the internet. There are kids that are born obviously with the internet, and they cannot understand how we spend time without any phones on our
Exactly. Well, listen, I always thought when Skynet came for us, we would at least get cool ass robots and laser guns. I did not know they would be hitting me in my pockets for my
artwork. Artistic. I'm like, you're artistic robot?
No, that's true. I mean, nobody thought it would come for the creative people first.
Right.
But it's not because it's not only artists, it's writers as well. It's people that do a lot of stuff.
I thought it was going to stick to the factories.
I thought it was going to be a math first. And it turns out it's not really good doing math. But that's the thing. I mean, you don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know. There's no way of predicting this. And that happens all the time.
That's awesome.
It's true.
It was,
So, are you working on anything cool right now that you can talk about?
It depends on what you think is cool. I'm working on some stuff.
I don't think anything.
Whatever you're working on.
No.
Whatever scary ass thing you're working on is cool. Let's talk about that.
No. It's not. No, I'm not currently working on anything scary because, to be honest, I have a lot of client work, a lot of license and fan art stuff.
Cool.
But I'm doing a Lilith statue that is going to be the
wow.
companion piece for Bara. The angel. There is a statue that I did called Bara. It's the angel of death. There's a whole story over there as well. If you want to eventually talk about that, but doing that with Todd Johnson, that is going to be the one that is going to do the be my partner in production and distribution with that.
Nice.
That one is really. I really want to have it done in a few months. It's. I'm not going. No, I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I will do my best. And then in terms of critters and stuff like that, I haven't had that inspiration, let's say, lately, because a lot of the critters that I do have a meaning for me. It's not like just I'm going to do a creepy guy and that's it.
Yeah.
There is a meaning behind them, but it's not like something I want to tell everybody. It's just like I want to do it for myself, and then I just post it, and that's it. It's basically it's for me.
Right.
But it turns out that a lot of people like them. What I would like to do, to be honest, is like grab all these characters I have done so far and combine them in a horror game, like first-person horror game.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be nice to do the ones, those games that you go and you don't have to kill anybody. You just have to survive a horror game. That's yeah, that I didn't even knew existed that much because I'm not a gamer. I just knew that Alien, there was a game about Alien like that, and I was talking to a friend a few months ago, telling him about my idea, and he was like, yeah, there is a whole genre about those, and then I started digging in, and there's like thousands of these games.
Those are my favorite games.
Cool. Yeah, those are fun. I've been watching a lot of them, trying to figure out what to do and stuff like that. Nice. So that's something I would like to do.
I'm going to do my best to not cry, show fear. I'm a man up. I'm a man up right now. No, I won't.
About time.
No, I won't. I won't man up.
Not that scary.
I knew it. I knew that was some lies.
It's all scary, Franco. It's all scary.
It's not.
So we're gonna start with some beauty right now.
Nice.
Because we were talking earlier about your Angel of Death, and really, when I'm looking at this piece, these wings, man, these wings.
Dude, they took forever.
Nice.
And these wings. So, what can you tell us about this?
Well, this is a long project. I was approached by a guy. I'm not going to say his name just because, but I was approached by this guy that was well known in the community, in the statue world community. He was like really cool guy. He will jump into the chats with all these collectors, and everybody knew him. And he contacted me to start a project that was originally a fan art. And after talking with him for hours in the phone, we decided to make something original. Let's see if we can start something original. And it was kind of like a partnership. I'm going to charge you this amount, but then with the extra, you're going to cover that and stuff like that. And we talk a lot about the ideas, and we end up doing her. Like, it wasn't exactly something that any of us fully designed, in the sense I did design all the character in the sense, but I'm talking about the story or the behind of the character or stuff like that,
the backstory. And
eventually I end up with this product. He sets up a web page, with the supposed studio and everything. He actually set up all that, right? And he did like 120 or 130 in pre-orders. For this statue. That is quite rare for a original statue.
Yeah, it's a pretty large run.
That's for something that it's just out of the blue. It's original, never been done. It's not based on any character. That was pretty cool. So this guy, collects all this money and everything, and it's like, everything is in production. Okay, cool, man. Let me know. Send me some updates when you have them. People are super happy. This is so fantastic. I was really thrilled about this and talking about maybe doing something more and stuff like that. And I don't know, 6 months pass, and there's no updates, no print and anything. So I start, PM him. Yeah, what's going on? Do you have any updates from the factory, stuff like that? Oh no, they are currently had a few problems. They're still not printed, whatever. And then after basically a year, it's like, dude, yeah, what's going on? And it's like, yeah, no, it's been printed, it's in production. Okay, can you send me pictures? Oh, I can now. You know how they start to, going like, oh, I'm too busy, not right now. Yeah, I will call you back. Yeah, and they never do. So, just I don't remember exactly what triggered it, but this guy basically disappeared from all the Facebook groups, from everything.
Oh man!
And it was like, what the hell? Like, what happened to this? And the project was basically canceled. And a lot of people basically lost their money, and then some were able to get the refunds back, luckily. And it was like, yeah, this is it. Like, because at the end, I didn't end up being like partners with the guy, because there were some things that he was saying that I wasn't, like I wasn't fond of. So I didn't want to be partners with him. So it was like, okay, I charge you for the statue, and that's it. And well, the guy completely disappeared, and that was it.
Oh, that sucks.
Luckily, Todd Johnson, a friend, was like, dude, this is a really cool project. I wanted to be out there. So would you mind if I, contact this guy or contact the factory and figure out what's going on? I said, dude, go ahead and do it. Yes, fine. He ended up contacting the factory, and it was like, this guy never even paid for the print. Never even printed. And he was telling everybody it was printed, it was in production. It was all fucking bullshit.
So did he just like kind of pocket the money and then ghost everybody?
Yeah, but I don't know how much he could pocket, because a lot of the money was like, refund.
Oh.
Because he did it through like a company, and he did it through the webpage, credit card, stuff like that. So there were a lot of people that were saying like scam, whatever, we didn't get the product, and they were getting the money back.
So are these renders that we're looking at right here?
No, those are the physical thing.
Oh wow, okay.
This is the thing. So Todd got the project, and he managed everything as a cool guy as he is. He did the production, and to the people that had the statue already paid, he just sent it to them.
Oh wow!
Like pay the shipping, that's it. But
dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did this project for profit. He did it because he wanted to be out there.
Yeah.
He didn't want to lose money, of course. So he sold a few that ended up covering the cost.
Okay.
But it wasn't something that he made money out of.
It's a beautiful statue,
the project,
man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
it's done. It's out there, and to be honest, it's one of my favorites. And
Very
now I'm
cool.
working on a companion piece that I'm doing straight, directly with Todd.
Yeah,
So
that story you just told is like that's the thing that's always running through the back of my head whenever I think about getting into doing commission pieces. It's like, how do you know you're dealing with an honest broker,
Well, that's the thing. That's why I want to tell the story, because that's one of the reasons why, I basically don't take any new clients, because this guy was like, everyone at the community knew him. Like, he was like, there was no way of knowing that he was going to do something like this.
Wow.
And this is not the first one. I mean, I had different clients, doing similar things. But the thing is that, you take a risk, not from you being paid. Maybe they pay you, but then they scam everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
And your name is attached to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then
And that is not a good thing for your name.
So, but you're doing stuff also with the bigs, right? Like Sideshow and XM and all them, or is it all commission?
No, I'm doing stuff I did stuff with Figurama. I did stuff with Connecticut. I'm working right now with PCS.
Okay.
I have quite a few for them.
Okay.
I never did directly with XM or Sideshow. I worked with Legendary Beast Studios. I did the tour, and I did quite a lot of stuff. With Connecticut, for example, they are producing one of mine own. Like, they are producing Mom. If you want to go and look for it, Bradley.
Oh, okay. I will. Send me. One thing I was gonna say, which was great for everyone, like you're doing this, and you. Some people think, oh man, I can only work for like Sideshow. I can only work for XM.
No.
But you've made a name for yourself and an amazing statue creator and artist, and you've done it with working with like not the other name companies. And I think it's important that people know that there's other avenues of getting your work out there.
Oh no, that's the thing. That's what I always tell people like that approach me that want to work on this, because yes, they all know the name Sideshow.
Yeah.
So they think that that's the only place where they can work. If you actually look around, you're going to see there are many companies. What you have to do is go to a toy store or a comic book store, and where they have toys or statues or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just go and look for the name of the manufacturer. You have many different studios that are doing many different cool stuff.
Great tip. That's a great tip.
And you just gotta go and look who did what, and then just DM them. And a lot of these boxes also have the credits. Art directed by this, sculpted by this. So you just can go ahead and contact those people, and at least, I'm not saying that ask them for a job. What I'm saying is that you can learn there are many, many different companies doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
And you can apply for those jobs. If you have a portfolio, you send them your portfolio, and you see what might happen.
It's dope.
But it's not only Sideshow. Like, Sideshow, from what I know, is not even like basically hiring.
No, they're cutting down on some of their SKUs now.
Yeah, all of them are. And I know art directors at Sideshow, at Prime One, and XM Studio. I know a lot of people all around the industry.
Yeah. Bradley, can you click on Daredevil, please?
Yes.
That one is the last one they did for PCS.
Nice. That's dope.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
You like the character, Daredevil?
I love Daredevil.
I went back and rewatched the third season of the Netflix thing, and I was just like, I'm super excited for it to come on Disney Plus.
Oh, I'm not excited about anything that Disney is doing.
Hey,
I can understand. I can understand.
They're gonna keep it as good as the Netflix one, though. So I'm excited for.
No, the Netflix one was the first season of Daredevil is freaking amazing.
Yeah. You didn't like season 2 or 3?
I seen all of them. Yeah, they are not. No, they are good. 2 or 3 are good, but the first one, I love it.
Oh, it's dope.
It's like there is something that Kingpin does that it makes you understand like abstract art, contemporary art.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but the Kingpin, when he's looking at the wall and he's, through the whole show, he's buying this painting that looks like a wall.
Yeah.
With some splats of red, and you realize why he likes that. That's insane.
Yes, dope.
And there are many things that are going on through that show that are really good. But whatever Disney is doing right now, just stop it. Please. Stop it. Hire the right people.
I think they're going to, I just watched a YouTube thing on this the other day. This is a quick aside. I think that they got too big and they were putting out too much stuff, and they've decided to cut that way back to the point that
that's not the problem.
No,
that's what he's saying.
Okay,
but that's not the problem. We all know what the problem is.
Yeah,
and they are not going to say it, obviously.
No, we're going to say it. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
No. The problem is that they hire all the diversity hires and stuff like that, and they are hiring people just because of the color of the skin or the sex or whatever, or this, and not because they are good at what they're doing.
Or they're comic book fans.
Yeah,
they don't have any comic book fans.
I did see a couple of.
They hire people. No, but this is something that they said specifically.
Yeah,
and it was happening many years ago. So it was like, okay, this is not good at all. They were hired in like 2015 or 16. They started hiring all these people that were intentionally not into the comics.
Right, I did read that.
Yeah.
That happened in 2015 or 16. That's what I'm saying. That's around that. Something like that. That's when they started hiring all these guys and girls and whatever.
There's people who really actually don't even like the material, and they're like,
they hate it.
They want to change it.
Yeah, exactly. They hate it. They don't agree with the superhero, let's say, morals, and they want to change it. And they are trying to appeal.
Is it Ridley Scott? There was somebody who really is just crapping on superhero movies. I think if it's not Ridley Scott, it might be.
Scorsese.
Is it Scorsese? Yeah.
That's Scorsese.
Yeah.
What I really like about this is that your noise material on him is it's flowing the right way and consistent. So what's your tip for like, because it's flowing right,
Yeah.
like even
Yeah,
though,
you
like
have to
this,
check
like
that. Yeah.
like is it UVs or you're just
Oh yeah. You do it.
like
Yeah. It's UBs. Yeah. You have to do it in a way that you cut it in a way. Let's say that you know where you're going to do the seam.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
You know that seam that is there that is sculpted. So you cut it in a way that it goes same with the seams that you sculpt. You do the UV the same way.
Yeah.
So once you have all that, it's easy to position the UVs in the correct way.
So are you
So they
doing your
flow the
UVs
correct way.
in ZBrush, or are you doing it in
All
Blender?
ZBrush, man.
All ZBrush,
All ZBrush,
everything
brother.
ZBrush,
Yeah.
awesome.
Everything serious.
Dude, that piece in particular is the expression on it is really nice, and then with that lighting, it just feels so illustrative. Like
Yeah.
that's a
nice
job.
job with the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. How long did it take you to go from being an illustrator to getting into like proper anatomy? Because I saw you had like a lot of pieces where you were drawing anatomy, but like when did you really start to buckle down and say, all right, I got to get like serious about this now and get into it?
When I started doing collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, that's it. If you see the Punisher that I did, there are so many mistakes on that Punisher. But I mean, to this day, I still make mistakes. But I'm still, to be honest, I'm still studying.
Yeah.
I don't think anatomy is something that you stop studying.
Nope. That's
To be
dope,
honest,
man.
yeah.
Look at that.
What I'm doing a lot is scanning myself or scanning my wife or testing stuff like that, because it's really cool. First of all, and you see the subtle changes, in the muscles and things like that. And
wait, so you're scanning? You're doing like 3D scans?
Yeah, 3D scanning
with your phone?
With your phone?
No. I have a Revo Point scanner.
Oh, tell me about
dude,
that.
can I see that? Can you?
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah, we're excited.
Give me a second. Yeah.
What's good, everybody? We're doing a What's Good section on an interview. First time.
I would love to see the files. Do you have like a file in ZBrush of how it ended up and how it turned out?
Okay. Change the display.
Franco, I was asking, do you have like a file in ZBrush or like a scan file that was processed? I'm curious what the output looks like.
The cleanup is probably. Yeah. Is it a lot of cleanup you have to do?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I
It's basically just something that.
Yeah.
You can use as a reference.
Make his make his screen big for a sec, Brad.
As soon as he has it.
Okay. Hey, Bradley.
Me, a little bit
Bradley. When he has it, can you make his screen bigger?
Yeah, sure. I'll happily do that.
Apples.
Oh, this is so sad.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the.
You can see my fat face.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Like for reference and for understanding like how fat I am, it's really cool. Like,
hey, look, I don't need no scanner to tell me how fat I am, man. I'm not paying money for that.
Dude,
nice.
That's but dude, look at this.
From like being someone who touches a lot of scans, that's pretty damn good. Like I'm convinced I'm buying one when we get off.
No, and this is the old version. That there are new versions that are better. The thing is that because I don't really care about the detail because I'm going to sculpt it, do sculpt. But what I care about is, let's say this. The volume here. You can see here.
Yeah.
On the front.
Cranial change. Yep.
Yeah.
That that is what I want to get. That kind of stuff, like how the eye, this bulging here, and how high my eyebrows are, stuff like that. My cheekbones are here and stuff. That's the cool stuff that I want to see because it's all about those kind of little secondary shapes.
Yeah.
And
that would be great for reference.
Yeah,
it's exactly because like we are 3D sculptors
and stuff like that.
It's not like the same for doing studying from 2D. It's a lot harder than studying from 3D. because
I'm
we are
thinking about like
sculptors.
expressions and how great it would be for
It's-
just the
that's what I'm
screaming
doing.
daredevil face. Did you
Yeah.
do a scream yourself and use yourself for reference on that one?
Not on, or did I? No, I did. I used a few scans that I got from the online,
Okay.
a little bit, to
Okay.
figure out a few things.
Yeah.
But it's just because because my beard was a lot. I cannot really do that much
Yeah.
because I have a beard usually, and yeah, it just hides a lot of the lines that I want to see.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a reason to shave off all the hair on my face.
Dude, that's
So-
a perfect reason.
Excellent.
You're going to realize that you're a little fatter than what you're thinking. Okay? That's
Shut
what
up,
happened to
man.
me right there. I was like shaving myself, and I was, dude, I have a double chin. What the fuck? is
Franco,
going
I have a bad self-body image. Don't do that. Don't say
Oh,
that.
Franco, you definitely got
on?
to.
I have a good self-body image, so I don't.
COVID was not good to me. All right.
What's the name of the scanner again, so everyone could have it? Okay.
Sorry, okay, there we go. I just.
Revel Point.
Yeah,
Revel Point.
and they have a new one that is better than this one. This is like I bought it.
Yeah, but
during
if,
the
even
Kickstarter
that's
campaign.
really damn good, man. That's really, even for the old, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It
I never even thought about that. That's pretty dope, man.
Well, I have it like for over a year now, a little bit more.
Nice.
And I've been using it not that much, but yeah, dude, it's let's say I did a model recently,
Mm-hmm.
and he's holding a stick,
Mm-hmm.
and I went ahead, just use my hand,
And scanned it.
grab a big stick, and I
Yeah.
was like scanning my whole hand, and I had sculpted it in that position,
Uh-huh.
and when I compare it, I realized that I was doing the fingers really skinny. I was doing some of the anatomy wrong. It was like, dude, this is awesome. Like I can
Yeah.
learn a lot more from the 3D than from what I'm understanding, from an image.
Damn it, man. Like I need to buy more stuff. Thanks a lot.
You're
Franco.
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
I need
it's
to have
it's
a,
better
you
than
know,
buying
a
a
code.
Vision Pro.
Yeah, about it.
Dude, have you? I really. That's the thing. I'm not going to buy the Vision Pro because it's Mac. I'm not Mac guy. But they are doing what I was expecting them to do. That's a good thing. That you can do a model, and then just sit on your desk, over your table, just drop it there, and
Yeah.
actually see it in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the coolest thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm going to send you a link of one guy
Yeah,
that's
send me a
doing
link to
that.
that.
Super cool, man.
Okay. No, Nova, please, Bradley. Yeah, oh, yeah. That's what I'm
that's
talking about, son. That's dope. Man, you got your scream. Your yell game is on point, dude. You got the mouth just right.
Thanks, man. No, it takes a long time to kind of.
That's
I'm
awesome.
not, to be honest, I'm never fully happy with what I do. So it's always like, trying
Yeah.
to adjust and getting better.
We never are, but dude, I'm telling you, you killed this one. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, he's fighting. Is that not a nihilist? What's his name? Ultra?
Annihilus, yeah.
Is it a nihilist?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's Annihilus, yeah.
Nice.
Jeez.
Dang.
So clean.
Now, is that a render or is that the statue?
Render. No, that's a render. That's all render.
What do you use? Because it's beautiful. It looks just like
So
a real
these
statue.
days, I'm using Blender. I used to use 3ds Max and V-Ray,
Okay.
but nowadays I'm using Blender because I didn't want to keep paying for the license because I was only using 3D Max for render. Used to use it for a lot of stuff. Now, since I'm not doing anything of animation and stuff like that, I was just doing rendering and I was paying a huge amount for a license that it wasn't
But
worth it.
Cycles is on it though. Cycles is really good.
Yeah, no, I'm going with Cycles. Yeah.
Now you messed up because I will be reaching out to you to for lighting advice and how to make it look like an actual resin statue because that looks amazing, dude.
Sure, man. Yeah. I've shown a lot of stuff on YouTube. I need to do something specific about that. But the thing is that a lot of people forget. I'm always saying the same thing. It's your color correct. It's your post-processing.
Mm-hmm.
You always have to do a post-processing on the image.
Mhm.
Nowadays, everybody understands that because it's basically like doing a filter,
Yeah.
right? But what you have to do is just, kind of tweak and correct the colors after you do the render because usually it comes out really flat.
I really like how all the materials really feel. It feels like resin that's been painted, not not when you go in and make like a metallic that looks too metallic. Like that looks like something that would live on my desk.
Thanks. Yeah, that's that. My idea was with the renders is always that is to show it as the product.
Yeah.
Not as hyper realistic stuff like that. That's why for example, I don't do like translucent skin or stuff like that, because if it's going to be resin, it has to look like the resin.
Man, dope. Who is this for?
It's a fan art. It's a private client.
Oh man, don't be showing me stuff I can't buy, man. I want to buy this one. That's awesome.
Thank you. It's huge. It's going to be big.
Are you gonna print it out?
No, no way. It's too much. No. What I usually print is my own stuff. But no, this will be huge.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Jeez, man.
Thank you.
All right. What do you want to see next, Mike?
Something scary.
No, let's wait. I want to see Blade. Where's
Blade is to the left.
Oh,
or up. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I didn't think you did that.
Yeah.
Dude.
The other thing I didn't did on this one was the face.
Okay.
And I adjusted the hair, but didn't do the full head was done by somebody else.
Nice.
But I had to do the whole bike completely again.
Wow.
Someone did the bike and they sent me the file, and I was like, dude, there's nothing I can use here.
Yeah.
And I had to redo it completely.
How long did that take?
I think it was around 3 months, maybe. Okay. Just because of the back and forward, getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
It was complicated, for sure.
That's great, dude.
You hashtag do everything.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Yeah, that one looks nice. It's like the cover.
I got sidetracked. Where's Blade?
Blade.
I think up or go up to the left.
Yeah,
there we go.
All the way left.
Oh man, I remember when I saw this Blade.
That is killer, man.
This one was really cool. They came with a concept right from the get-go, like the Kucharek brothers did. I think Brian worked on it actually. And the concept was cool, man. Just right from the get-go. And yeah, we have to manage, change a few things, but we got it there, I think.
Was that quarter or third scale? It was a big one, right?
This is third scale.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't get it. I don't have room for a third scale.
It's huge. Yeah.
Damn. That's so cool, man.
Thank you. It was kind of complicated, what to figure out how to position the vampires. That was a lot of work, in a sense. And I came up with the idea of making them, some parts burn. Like when he kills the characters, they burn away.
Yeah. So
I was okay. We can incorporate that, because if not, it's just going to be a lot of arms, going around like that.
Sure.
I was like, this is going to be, it's just too messy. So we started doing that, and that helped a lot.
Beautiful anatomy, man.
Thanks. In this leather coat and man.
Yeah. Oh, that was a lot of work. It's hard to do the leather coats, because you need to get all the texture and the thickness right, and it's a lot of topology, and your computer gets like, okay, this is too much. So I need to update my computer for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's time.
Do you
I
use
bought this one
a
in
pen display?
2017.
Do you use a pen display or a tablet?
Both.
Both? Okay.
Like right now, I'm using the Wacom and actually working on the top monitor, but using the Wacom Cintiq as a tablet.
That's a really expensive tablet.
Yeah, it is. But so I do both ways. So I can see, because I have a 4K 40 inches monitor. So I can actually see the characters in basically life size.
Nice.
I have the 22-inch Cintiq, right? So if I want to see like the full sculpt, or at least in what the end up product will be, I can only see like this part. It's like I can only see like this part of the character. Yeah. If I take it to the 4K 40 inches monitor, I can see like 80% of the character in the real size.
That's
so awesome. That helps a lot to to measure the proportions and see that everything is working right.
So, all right. Now that I've eased into scary stuff, where would you like to go, Mike?
Actually, I mean, again, I'd like to see that Wolverine that was on the same row. I think go down, not that one, the other one on the blade row, third one over.
This one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one is the PCS one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That one is based. The cool thing about these characters that they are based on the game because that's the license that they have, but the look that they have. Some of them are it's really similar to the comic look.
Nice. Wolverine that you have here, man, you got a lot of obviously a lot of expression like always, but the texturing really is popping here. This any interesting stories about this one you want to tell me? This is for PCS, you said?
Yeah, I can. Let me grab something.
Okay.
This is super dope.
Do you have this one? This is awesome.
That's fine. For this one,
yeah,
I did a test print because
okay.
I wanted to check. I don't know if it's got. No, it's not. You're not going to see it on this camera, but all the dots are here. Like
okay.
I did a test print because I wanted to, have it just right.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning it was a little bit big.
Okay.
And I was asked, can we, reduce that and that's the thing. And you when you're dealing with textures, it's called noise. The noise maker on ZBrush.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should do. Like, not apply it. Just get it there because you have to. You preview it, then you send it to the client to check that the proportions of the texture are right. And when they give you the okay, then you apply it. Because if you apply it and then you have to change that, it's happened to me, and it's a pain in the ass because you have to clean all that shit out,
right,
and redo it again.
Do you ever use layers for that?
Yes, I do. I do just in case. Not all the time, but I do it. But the good thing is that I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, there we go. They added the contrast thing. Not too many versions ago. That what I used to do that in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to do the same thing, like by a few different methods. And now that they add the contrast, that's really cool. Like
very
nice. You don't have to worry that much about it. Yeah, you don't have to worry that much about the layering.
Was the old school way you did it to like duplicate layers, or if you
but no, I didn't. There was something else that I used to do. I actually did a tutorial about it, like on one of the YouTube streams. Nice. And it was a little bit more, took a little bit more time, a few more steps. And now that they are that's perfect.
That's awesome, man. I like this one a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah, very, very 1980s. It's getting me excited for the new what is it, X-Men 88? Is that the thing? Then
98?
98?
Cartoon?
Okay. Yeah, 98. Yep.
Let's watch the other ones.
All right, how about Carnage, please?
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big boy. That one was asked by a client, after the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
And see, if you start looking into all the details, from the painting, you're going to see that sometimes it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Just because sometimes it's just going to be like a representation of what it has to look like, and that's it. Because some of these products end up only being kits.
Okay.
And this is also Cycles renders, right?
This one I'm not completely sure. This one I think it was still B-Ray.
Okay. The fact that I can't tell a difference from free software means a lot.
I know, right? Yeah. Bradley, can you? I know it's on Instagram, but I really want to look at that cable face. I love that so much.
What we can do? Let me see if I can grab it. Yeah.
Let's look for it. So much dope work.
I mean, you can look at the Instagram page, or you can look at see it here.
You printed it out. Nice. Oh, I mean, no. Wait, is that the actual statue?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, who was that for?
Private client.
Oh man, and that's got the light up eye too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, batteries are dying.
What, bro? Come on, that shit is dope.
There was a lot of detail in this one. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love
I
it.
don't know how to turn it. There we go.
Man, I love it.
Thanks.
What does the rest of the body look like?
It's like that.
It's like it's in a box.
No. What's the
No.
pose? What's the pose? Because I haven't seen the whole body. Is it up at the top there? Wow.
Yeah. No, but let me put the head again.
Man, I'm gonna need that whole top row. Let me just get that top row from you. You don't have room for them. Just send me that. That's wow.
Ah, there you go. You got it.
Killer. Yeah, I love it.
He chunky too.
I like it.
Oh yeah, she's thick.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Great paint job too. Not too, shiny and clean. He looks very apocalyptic.
Thanks.
Yeah, well done. Now, for something like that, do you do a poly paint to send them as
It's
reference?
all poly paint. I never do. I mean, the only reason I do UVs is for the noisemaker, for the texture.
Okay.
But other than that, it's all poly painted. And then you do a decimation master with the use and keep poly paints.
And then you send that over to Blender?
And you decimate it, and then you send it to Blender.
Nice.
And I believe and when you import FBX, I think Blender recognizes the vertex paint.
Yeah, I think nowadays they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I'm using it's just Ghosty. Ghost.
Yep, go be. That's the easy way. That's the easiest way.
That's the easy way. But the new version of Blender doesn't have it, so I'm still using the previous one. Just sending the files there, saving the file, and then opening it with the new one, and that's it.
Awesome.
Bradley, he could use GoB, right?
Yeah, there's a current GoB plugin that will do the same thing. If you don't have the newest one, I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How many lights do you use in your scene? I know this is like a nerd question.
Usually 3,
Okay.
to be honest. It's a kill light and 2, backlights or rim light, and depends on the angle. Sometimes you change it. Just
That one's dude. That's another one. That's a raw piece. That's dope.
See, this is This is just a kill light and then just 2 backlights.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I usually do it.
Great.
Very simple. Like it's from photography,
Can you do in Blender, or can you do like a clown pass in here as well? Do you have to have like a ID map or something to do say you wanted to separate the foreground from the background? Could you do that in Blender the way you can in ZBrush?
To be honest, no, I don't know yet. I haven't been using Blender that much. You can do it, right?
Yes, you can. In the so if you go to the render tab, there's a composite section. And if you turn that on, it'll allow you to separate it.
Nice.
You have to teach like that, and I need to know that as well.
I know some stuff, just a little bit,
Yeah.
not too much.
That Sentry is crazy too. With the torn up
Man.
face. Yeah, look at that. That's the one you were talking about.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's the same happened with this one. Somebody else pick it up, pay the rest of the money, and they produce it. And it looks freaking amazing.
Nice.
Bro.
I like that Doom too. That Dr. Doom is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, that throne got scanned and resold as a steel file.
Oh wow, really?
Not throne, the full statue. Someone scanned it, and then I think they scanned it because it's the same with less details and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm sorry that happened.
No, that
man.
thing happens, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the people that are going to buy that will never bought the original statue.
And this is a dope. I've never seen one where you actually like showing what he looks like underneath that mask. That was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know if they're licensed like that. I think they are.
That was another private commission.
Yeah.
Click on that girl on the creature.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, some personal work. Never finish. It's just kind of like a sketch idea.
Yeah, I like it.
I want to like what's your block out? Like, do you have a file that shows like what it looks like before you even start?
No, that's the thing. Sometimes you get the idea, in your head, and it's like, okay, I'm going to sculpt this.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then some other times it's like just plain, man. It's like I'm going to grab this ball of clay, or this base mesh model. I'm just going to start playing to see if something comes out.
Mhm.
And then usually what happens is that you start to form ideas.
Yeah.
And that's the cool part. Like you just start doing something, and then it doesn't matter if the end result is something completely different. What is important is that you start doing something. If
Yeah.
you sit there with a blank page, let's say, it's really hard to get an idea out of that, out of nothing. But when you start doing that, let's say you want to do some critters, but you don't really know what, then I will go and look for images of flowers, images of insects, stuff like that, and then just start, kind of like imitating those shapes, those forms,
Yeah.
and see where it takes you.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Bradley, I hate to say it, it's creature time.
It's critter time. It's critter time. I like that. It's critter time.
Let's see. No, come on, sucker. Go down.
I want to know which one are you more scared of, Bradley?
This one.
What, the
Wait,
virus?
wait.
Which one? Sorry, I don't. Okay,
I'm
this one.
sorry.
Well, I think we all are
This
scared
one-
of the taxman, so I get that.
That one's scary.
Is that what that is? Nice.
Yeah, that's the taxman.
Ah,
This shit is scary right here. This little. Why would you put a baby here?
Okay, yeah, that one I get it.
This
but that
baby
one-
is innocent. All right.
Yeah, of course it is innocent. Yeah.
This baby didn't.
To be
and then you
honest,
put
Right,
a-
Bradley, I hate to tell you,
Oh.
innocent babies taste better.
Then you know what? And you put him in a nice Christmas outfit. Okay, this is Santa's baby.
Mm.
Well, this one is particular because this one actually comes from a Lovecraft story. Kind of like the idea of the ghouls.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know. Yeah, you know Lovecraft.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The writer?
I'm aware of that monster. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Taking that out of the of the picture, he was a stupid racist in the sense. He has some really cool stories, and this one is basically inspired by the one that is called Pinksman's model.
Uh-huh.
No, it's something that I like and enjoy, so I was like, I want to do a statue about that.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
the baby
yeah,
is
all the-
unharmed. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to know what
Look,
triggers
more
you.
babies.
Because if
You monster. More
More
babies.
babies.
yes,
More
yes,
babies.
yes.
What do you
But
have
you're not
against babies?
Natalie, look at what's going on here. I want to pay attention to this. You're not seeing actually anything, but your head is going ahead.
See?
What's
Yeah,
going to
I
happen?
know what's
Bradley,
happening.
You know that. Listen, when that baby drops down, he's gonna play with the other babies. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
You
that's what's
think
gonna
something
happen?
bad's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm the
Exactly.
You
problem.
just brought him
Oh,
over
I'm the
for a
problem.
play date.
Okay.
It's a play date. That's all.
No,
And-
I got
then you-
all like
it-
very bad things because of this one.
See?
Then you got like, and it's a healthy baby too. This is a nice.
Oh,
chunky,
yes, a
nice fat little
healthy
chunky baby. He just came over to play.
Jeez.
Just came over to play.
But dude, she has some babies too. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
So
I'm
what?
telling you. It's a good mom. That's a good mom right there.
It's a good mom.
Yeah, we got to sacrifice the one to save the three.
Well, it's a numbers, it's a numbers game.
Look. Telling you, at
But this
5
is amazing,
o'clock.
though. This is amazing.
No, this
though.
one came to me in the sense that I was watching the National Geographic and stuff like that, Animal Kingdom, shit like that,
Mhm.
and I learned for the first time that when a male lion, takes control of the pack from the older lion, they kill all the babies from the previous lion.
Maybe let's change the subject from killing babies. Let's go to another one.
Okay, okay, we can
Go to a
beat that
different
out. But that is one of the reasons why this one.
That,
keeps
that,
my
that,
brain.
that was inspiration. That was inspiration.
Right where Bradley's head goes. Okay, how about the one that's next to the between Nova and the monsters with the well? That one.
That's
Uh,
the new one. Well,
Creep, let's see,
you
Creep.
can pick on that. This one is the one that I'm doing just to test out the rigging system and the Unreal Engine and stuff like that.
Wow, that's rendered in Unreal.
Yeah, this
Nice.
is all Unreal, and there is an animation about it. I don't know if I can. If
Oh
I
wow,
put
you
it
did a whole
here.
anime. Oh
Is there a
dude.
file to play? Let's see.
No, I
Not
think
here.
it's
Wow.
on my YouTube, but it doesn't matter. It's super simple. It's just a test animation that I was doing. This one is a project. It's basically for that because I'm testing that.
Okay.
Is that
it like
environment?
the,
Oh, go ahead,
go
Bradley.
ahead, Mike. Sorry. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, is that environment that they're standing in? Is that just like a cube that you've kind of built some details into, or?
Yeah, no, it's just a hallway that I did. Yeah, with texture, it's super simple, like texture a little bit. I was trying to learn, UVs in Blender, texture map and stuff, all the things. But I always, when I'm learning something, what I do is always try to focus it on a project.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like just learning the technical stuff without any direction.
This isn't polypaint, right? Did you take this into Substance?
So it's all polypaint. No, I don't know how to use Substance. I need to
practice. Man. That's nice. Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, it's all polypaint.
Nice.
But it's polypaint applied to textures. That's how you're able to get it into Unreal.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, yes. But regardless, if you do it like polypaint and you do it as vertex paint, that works really fine as well.
You're getting a lot of like that fake subsurface that's going on though, so it's really nice. I like it.
Thanks. But this one, it has subsurface. Huh? The renderer.
Oh, it does. That. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, because it's done in Blender. Just because this one is made for video with the video game intention. So I was looking. Okay, how could this look?
Okay. All right, scroll down. So actually, that one up at the top that's next to between the white monster and
go to the last one on the right if you can.
This one?
Yeah, that one is Mom. That one is being produced. You can see that. Yeah, that one is going to be released finally this year. We did this one. I did this one many years ago, and then the guys from Connecticut contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do something original, for our original line that they wanted to produce. And I was sure, man, I would love to. And I picked up this character that I did previously, adjusted a few things. I added the composition, added the different critters, and we actually printed here. My wife painted the prototype.
Oh wow!
And we send it over there, and they are producing it, and it should be done by this quarter.
Now that's interesting to me. So you guys work together?
With my wife?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes. She does paint. She's a really good painter, but yes, she does it from time to time.
Awesome.
It's not something that she does actually for work.
Click on the one next to that one, Bradley, with the skull. That's one of my faves.
This is scary.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
This one was kind of weird. Yeah, it was like... I don't exactly remember this. I was thinking about the evolution of humans, and then we're going to get to Mars, and everything is going to get fucked up. I don't know. I don't really remember exactly what I was thinking about this one.
I've often thought the same thing.
But I'm rooting for humans, man.
I love your shape
to colonize everything.
Yeah, your S shapes are off the hook, man.
Yeah, I love your shapes.
Nice pose. Yeah. Very cool. Well,
I always like the long limbs, very insectoid-like.
Bradley, scroll down, and let's pick out one more that we haven't seen, and then I think we should.
You pick one. I'll pick one.
Okay, I want the dude. Third one over. 2 down from Blade, third one over from the left.
Okay, 2 down over from Blade. Okay.
Third one from the left. The horns on his head.
This one.
Oh, that one I have it printed.
That's fresh.
Thanks. You want to see the print?
Yeah, let's see it.
Of course. Let me grab
it. Oh man, this is
texturing's off the chain, man.
Why is he more scary? Because he doesn't have eyes. That scares me even more.
I want the things that when Bradley closes his eyes, he'll continue to see.
This is right up there.
What?
This is right up there.
I would say it. I want Bradley to be able to close his eyes at night and still see this guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Great print. Oh my gosh, that looks great. What kind of printer you have?
This one was done with the Formlabs.
Okay.
But now to these days is the one I'm using the less. I'm using basically the frozen ones.
Okay.
Okay.
The mini AK. I guess not mini.
Nice.
No, that's the mega.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
this is the other one. This one next to it.
Killer. That's great, dude.
Need to paint these guys. These are basically like things that I like to do for fun, and I just sell them on my STL print page.
Nice.
Just because if I did it for myself, I can put them there and just if somebody buys them, I can cover the cost of the resin.
Yeah.
So my choice is this beautiful image here.
That's awesome.
That's the making.
Oh, there's a video?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the whole
time-lapse.
the whole time lapse.
Oh,
But
shit.
don't worry. Yeah, don't you don't have to. This is based on a friend of mine that did concept art. You can go, if you go down, I'm thinking that there are more images. There you
Oh,
go.
man.
This one is one that I want to produce as well, but I had sent it to a friend that was going to produce it, but I don't know what happened with that, so I need to call him back and see what's going on with that. If not, I'm going to produce it by myself.
That's great.
Beautiful.
Is this one
work,
Blender?
man.
No, this one is Blu-ray. Yes, 3ds Max. Because this one is old now. Let's say, what? How many years ago? 3 years ago, sets over there.
But you can
Your
make-
lighting looks really natural, man. That's what I like the best
Yeah.
about it. Oh man, the being a little bit knock-kneed with those toes pointing in is everything.
It's very
awesome.
Anime manga style.
That's dope.
Thanks.
See, when you can make beautiful work, like why go to the dark side? All right? You don't have to go to the dark
I
side.
printed her. Yeah, didn't print the base, but no, man, it's because it's nice. You want to have the light without the dark.
There you go.
You want to have it. That's the thing.
The fact that you can do both is the
It's
testament
amazing.
to the whole thing.
Thanks, man. Well, I love heavy. I love the sexy girls, from heavy metal. Simon Beasley, Luis Rosso, Cirello. I mean, there are many illustrator guys that were a lot of inspiration for myself, for me, when I was young, and it's like something that stuck with me. The heavy metal covers.
Oh, of course.
Those were awesome, and it's like I love to do that. I have a few of those that I want to produce. But I still haven't managed to.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I need to learn about marketing. That's the thing.
Okay.
No, for real. Like there is something that we as an artist, as an independent artist, need to know about, like how to market ourselves.
Yeah.
True. Yep.
Man,
Because
that was-
there is a line that I'm kind of producing, but I'm waiting. Well, I partner with the factory. Since the market for the collectibles is not as good right now, it's like, okay, we are waiting, a little bit so people get a little bit in a better position economically, and then we can release it and see how it goes.
Awesome.
that
this stuff is-
that was great, man.
This is killer, man. So let me do the close. Bradley, you want to give me
What you were just about to click, Bradley, is a little short film that I did like in 2012.
Yeah, I know.
something like
I was looking at that earlier. It's amazing.
that. Yes, it's
Nice.
really like it's nothing, but I was looking for jobs like that, so I was okay. It is how it is. If you want to get a job or something, you have to do it, show that you can do it, and then people will call you, to do that.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So listen, we want to thank again Franco Carlesimo for being our interviewee today. His work is amazing. You've seen it. You already know. Do me a favor, go to his art station, his Instagram, follow and like him, and just if you can, subscribe to ours too, our YouTube, and underneath of this interview, please just type a little something saying how much you like Franco's work. I mean, it's not going to hurt you. Go ahead and do that. All right, give us a thumbs up. So thanks everybody, and we will see you for the next interview.